probably should have waited a few years to make this video, but hi. As excited as I am to make today's video, I'm also a little stressed because these kind of like rant videos are very like one-sided, like just one opinion. So a lot of people can get offended by so I just want to like disclaim that I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is correct. What I'm saying are not facts. I'm not trying to slander or hate on like my school or my teachers. I'm not trying to like hate on anyone in specific. I'm not trying to tell you that this is how it is and you better even feel that way, or like I'm not trying to like force my opinions on your preach or anything. It's just like my perspective of what school was. It's just my view of what school was. It's just my thoughts on school. It's not like the truth. So like let me just rant and like don't judge me and like don't like get offended by this. You will think that I'm like exaggerating and being dramatic about things, but like this is just generally how I feel. So why high school popped in my mind a few weeks ago was because everyone's going back to school. Anyone that's like still in school is going back now. Their summer is over, so like everyone's like posting all these back to school things all over the world. And this like local radio station went back to school, to my school, and like filmed with like the teachers and the students and just like filmed stuff and just like, how do you feel to be back in school? How's school? Back to school? I don't get it. So they were like showing aspects of my school, starting from like the morning time to going to classrooms and talking to teachers and talking to the students, and students saying things like, I'm so excited to be back to school, I love school, or like I'm so excited to wake up in the morning and come to school. Things like that, you know? So a lot of people were like sharing these posts and they were just like, oh my god, I miss school. School days were the best days. Wish I could go back. And I was just like sitting at my laptop and I was like, so glad that's over with. And I just like didn't understand these posts that people were posting. Maybe because I'm bitter about school, but I'm pretty sure they're like more positive people. I'm just not happy about school like that. So there was like a point of realization when I was seeing these posts and these videos and these pictures, when like it hit me how much I generally despise school now. And I don't even know why. I wasn't like tortured or anything. It's not something to be PTSD about. But anyway, there was just like these things like the door of a classroom or like the gate of that school, when I knew like every morning I would be half asleep, 7 in the morning, walking into school every single day, 5 days a week, like the same thing again and again and again and again. And just like seeing all those places, it just like made me sad inside. And I was just like, do I have issues? Am I okay? And I could just see all these like students walking back to school after like 2 months of chilling and having fun and living their lives, and I could see it in their faces. They were just like, oh, here we go again. Some of them were excited, like it's the first day, I'm back after a long time, I'm excited to meet my friends. Some of them were just like, can we be done with this now? Time to like go. And that's when I decided to make this video. I was like, I have to talk about this because what is wrong with me? I always find that when I talk about these things, I just like feel resolved about them. So hi. And then after that, there were these pictures that like the radio RJs took in our school that everyone from my school was like sharing, and they were like, oh my god, miss this. And I was just like, I don't get it. How do you miss this? Like, did we go to the same school? Like, I don't understand you. So in our canteen, we would get like 1.5 dirham pizzas. They were like this big and they tasted like cardboard, and they had like canned tomato sauce on it with like plastic and cheese like mixed together, melted on it. And it didn't taste the best, but I would like eat it because I had no other choice. And everyone was like sharing it and they were like, oh my gosh, miss this pizza. Would do anything to go back and eat it. And I was just like, do you really miss this pizza? Do you actually truthfully look inside you? Do you really miss this pizza right now? You, a graduated high school student who has the ability and the freedom to go out there and pick any pizza that the wonderful city of Dubai offers you right now. Anywhere in Dubai, you can go, grab yourself a pizza and eat it, which is made from real ingredients that are edible. And you miss this? You miss that this tiny piece of pizza made of cardboard and plastic, that's what you miss? Are you sure? Are you really sure? Because I don't understand how you miss that. And then I just went down the spiral where I was thinking about like school and things that I like did in school. There are some things that I want to address today. The first thing that I want to address is the uniform. Till I think the 11th grade, our uniform was pretty bright in terms of color. It was pretty bright. It was like white and like nude tones. It was fine. It was like okay. But my whole life, this pinafore has been like, you know, curtain material. Like, you know, the material that your curtain is? Exactly that. Mixed with like jute. That like mixed together. That was like the uniform. And then in the 11th grade, they changed the colors to a sad blue gray, and it's just looking at that uniform just made me very sad in the mornings, and it was just like, here we go again, like this is what we have to do. You always had to be prim and proper, which I get. Like we had very strict, like extremely over exaggeratedly strict rules about uniform. I get that you have to like be presentable when you come to school. I understand that. The way that you would wear your hair, the way that you would have your nails, the way that you would have your face, the way that you would have your skirt, and like even the uniform that we did have, some of the girls would like get it altered to like just above the knees, or like in between the knees, or like just below the knees, because the original form of the uniform was like, this is my leg and this is my foot, this is where it like ended, and that's such an awkward length. So people like got their uniforms altered, which like would land them in trouble. Like how dare you? I understand if they were like going like booties, like mini skirts, but no one was doing that. It was just like just above the knees. It was okay. Like if you can carry them well, like if the students carry them well, there was like no need for anyone to like, you know, be against that. But like that's fine. Like I get it. Like that's fine. Like I can deal with wearing a cotton sack, potato sack little thing. But then there were these rules that I was like not allowed to wear nail paint, not allowed to do makeup, not allowed to leave my hair in a ponytail if it was like longer than a certain length, like it had to be in braids. You were not allowed to color your hair. Okay, listen, I understand if like you're saying you're not allowed to color your hair in crazy colors like purple, blue, green, yellow. I get it. Like I don't get it. I still don't get it. I feel like, you know, children would tend to experiment with their hair and personalities at this time in their life, like school, especially like high school. That's when they would like experiment with their lives. But like, okay, fine, whatever, it's fine. Like I get it. Don't let me color my hair crazy colors. But like just like even highlights, like casual highlights, I think in like 11th grade you would want to get like highlights at least. I don't know. They would have such an issue with it, to a point where they would be like, if you got highlights, I would literally make you dye your hair black again. And so me, I've always wanted to do things to my hair. Like I've always wanted to do shit to my hair. So this one summer, I went and got highlight on just like the bottom half of my hair. And then when I would put the top half of my hair over it, it would just look like cute little highlights on the bottom, but like nothing on the top. So when I would go to school and I would tie like a braid, there would just be like little lines on the braid of like highlighted portions, but like the rest of my hair would just look totally normal. And I got away with that for 6 months of my life. No one said anything to me. No one like noticed that. And then one day I was just running really late or something, tied my hair up into a ponytail. And we had like class prefects, like class monitors, we call them. And this one bitch looking at me, and she like saw my hair, and she didn't say anything to me, but she went out to the class teacher. She went to my teacher and she was like, Niharika got her hair highlighted, like this color in her hair now. And then my class teacher screams at me in front of the whole class, and she's like, Niharika, like what is the issue? Like why do you have to go and highlight your hair? Like you know how the supervisor feels about this. She's gonna make you dye it black. You're gonna get into trouble. You don't understand. Like what is your issue? Like why would you do that? Good morning to you, because I've had this hair for the past 6 months and no one has said shit to me. And I was just like, I'm gonna go to the washroom. And she's like, fix your hair, like go hide that. And I like went to the washroom, I tied my braids, and I came back. Like I walk in and she's like, and she looks at me and she's like, oh yeah, that looks better. And I was just like, I go out and I'm perfectly fine. I can like show off my little highlights, and when I'm in school no one can see them. There was never an issue. I don't know why you have to scream at me for having like one strand of my hair brown. Like what? Why you gotta be like that, man? I'm pretty sure like it wasn't her fault. She probably has someone above her to answer to and stuff. Even like nails. This one time I got caught wearing clear nail paint. Like what? You can't even see it. It looks better than like, what is clear nail paint ever done to you, man? It doesn't even like look weird. It's clear. It's not. And don't even get me started on how they would make sure that these rules were followed. So I think until the 10th grade, this was just like a blatant rule. Like, it was so stupid. It didn't make any sense. It was really like unfair on our part. If we were just doing anything that we were not supposed to, we had to pay money. That is correct, my friends. What happened to the black dot system? What happened to the house points being taken down? They used to call it a fine, and you cannot be fined for things like that. Like, it's not, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's just taking it too far. I think they fail to understand that even the way that you dress and the way that you look is a way of expression. Like, not just your talents and not just the way that you speak. It's the way that you look that's also an expression of like who you are. Anyway, so what was I saying? Like, till the 10th grade, it was just a rule. And then in 11th and 12th grade, my angel supervisor, she really liked me. I really liked her. And she like always like helped me get through things that I was not able to get through. She came up with this thing that you are paying money, but you're not just like wasting your money. You're getting something out of that. Our school required us to wear maroon rubber bands or clips, like hair clips. Everything had to be like maroon. That was like a color code. If you were not wearing a maroon rubber band, you would pay like $2 and they would give you a maroon rubber band, and then you could like tie your hair. So like, you know, that makes more sense. Like, you're not just throwing your money there, you're getting something out of that. Like, you would have to just pay like $1 extra for a rubber band that you would usually get for cheaper outside. Like, that's the explanation that she gave, which I think is so much better. Like, you're not just blatantly taking my money for no reason. No reason is what I am about to tell you right now. So like I said, till 10th grade. So I think I was in the 9th or 10th grade and we were in PE period. My sports teacher and I never got along. I like didn't like her ever. And I don't think she liked me either. And I would usually, like, when I would braid my hair, I would tie a black rubber band and then a maroon one, just like to say that I have a maroon one, because my maroon rubber band had lost its elasticity or something like that. So for some reason, like, the maroon one, like, while I was running or like walking towards the sports center, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, while I was like walking to the place that I had to meet her, the maroon rubber band fell off. So now I only had black on it, and I always carried extras in case that happened. So she sees me and she's like, "Where's your maroon rubber band?" And I look down and I'm genuinely like surprised, and I'm like, "Oh shit, like, it must have fallen down. It's okay, I have a spare one." So I take my spare one out and I wear it, and she's like, "No, give me $5." And I'm just like, "No, I'm not gonna, no, I just like replaced it. What do you want?" I'm back in the school rules, I'm abiding by them again. It literally fell off. Like, what do you want? I don't know. It was just not like I just never thought that that was fair on their part to like take someone's money because their maroon rubber band fell down and they replaced it with another one. But give me your money, like. And then there was just the way that they taught us things. Every student, I think, learns in a different way. They would like rush through heaps and heaps of syllabus, and then on top of that, the examination system was like, you have to like by heart words and write them, and if you like can copy paste exactly from the textbook to the answer script, then throughout school they always wanted me to like root learn and by heart every single thing and write it just the way that it was in the textbook in the examination paper. And I'm not just saying that like off the top of my head. We actually had to root learn. This one time, my 12th grade 11th 12th grade teacher, like one of my teachers, we were at a parent teacher meeting and we're sitting there and she's like, "I don't know why Niharika's not able to cope up. Like, she's smart and she knows things in class and she knows how to answer questions." Of course I know how to answer questions, because when I answer questions I can say them in my own words. And she's like, so she's like smart. It's not like she's stupid, but she can't answer. And then she looks at me and she's like, "What's the problem? Like, why can't you answer? All you have to do is like root learn a bunch of things and write them in the exam. It's not that hard." And I was like, were you able to hear the words that just came out of your mouth that you just said to me right now? Like, you just told me that all you have to do is know how to learn words. Like, no, that is not all I have to do. Like, an education has to be more than that. How about I understand what those words mean? You can't just be like, all you have to do is root learn, all you have to do is memorize. It's that easy. It's not easy for some of us. The way that they encouraged you was we had to give the board examination. Like, that was the final one. That was the one that counted in 10th and in 12th grade. So when we had to like study for it and give like mock examinations in class, they would like fail us on purpose, and I failed throughout school. I failed so bad throughout school. And I just feel like I get what they were trying to do, where they were like, we're gonna fail you so that you like try to get better. But like, that doesn't always work, because maybe sometimes people like me, if I fail at something, I just like know that I'm not good at that anymore, so I don't try. Like, I can be a perfectionist at things like this. If I can't do something wholeheartedly, if I can't do something 100%, then I don't want to do it at all. There was never like any fun, there was never like application, there was never real life situations. They tried to do that, but like that didn't work. Like, that failed miserably. I don't know, I think they're like trying to do that still. I don't know, I don't really keep in touch, but it was never any fun. Like, now in uni, it's so much fun because like they teach us something something and then they tell us to go do it in the outside world. They're not just like, this is an apple, it's for like $5, and then this is an orange, it's for like $8, so what's your total? They don't like ask you like that. They say things like, go to the store, buy an apple, buy an orange, go to the cashier, ask him how much both are for, and then add them up for yourself, and we're gonna teach you how to add it. Isn't that so much more fun? I don't know, I just feel like that's always how I learned by doing. So yeah, I think that like just that system, I personally could not do that system, because that's not the way that I study. And I think last but not least, the humiliation that came from being a humanities student or an arts student. In 11th and 12th grade, we had to Thanks, mom. In 11th and 12th grade, we had to pick streams, as they call them. There was a science stream, a commerce stream, and an arts stream. And I took the arts stream, which was humanities subjects. But my school was pretty nice with that. Like, they gave us humanities and like a little bit of commerce. So we like had a mix of things. And I'm not saying that all science teachers or all commerce teachers were doing this, but there were a lot of commerce and science section teachers that would hate on us for being from arts. Like, in the Indian society, studying arts or humanities was just not like cool. Like, it was dumb people went to arts, like dumb people went to humanities, like people who were stupid and didn't do well and didn't have a brain, they are the people that went to humanities and art. And literally, even our school, like, they would do things like, in 10th grade, only if you scored 90% could you go in the science stream, but if you scored like 70%, you could go to arts. Like, they would send all the just pass, like almost failures, to the arts stream. Science, commerce, and arts, all of them are 3 different streams, 3 different challenges. None of them are like easier than the other. There were students who would be like, yeah, but like arts is easy. And I would just be like, literally get out of my face today. But then there would be teachers that would do that, and that would annoy me more than anything, because you cannot be a teacher in the school. You cannot be someone that teaches when this is the way that you think. So in 11th and 12th grade, I was in this thing called the social media club. We would help the PR department of our school with the social media presence of our school. So there was like a thing that I needed to do, and I needed someone from like one of the classes for something. Anytime that you like interrupted a teacher from teaching, they would get like salty about it anyway. This was a little too much. So I go into her class, and I think she's like, I don't know, they were like studying math or something like that. I'm not like mocking them, like that's great that you can study math and like do that, because I can't study math. I walk in and I was like, excuse me ma'am, can I like have this girl for like 5 seconds? I just want to speak to her. And she gave me the dirtiest look, and she's like, who are you, like where are you from? And she's like, she can't come right now, she can't like speak to you right now because she, and this is in front of the whole class, mind you, and she's like, she can't speak to you right now because she's busy studying. And I was like, okay, like, you don't gotta be mean, you can be nice about it. I was like, okay man, and I left. And then later, my friend was in that class. She was like, we would take the bus home. So in the bus, she was like with me in the bus. So in the bus, she told me, she was like, after you left, our teacher was just like, oh, I've seen her around before, and she's like always doing this, like she's always going around in classes and disturbing them. She's never like in class, she's never like doing her work. Is this what these art students do all day? Like, they're just like out the whole day. And I was just like, excuse me? What? Till the 10th grade, I think, I would just like try to leave bunk class as much as I could just for no reason. But like in 11th and 12th grade, I actually like cared enough to sit in class and study. So when I actually left for work and someone was like, she just like never is in class and she's like never like studying, and art students are always wandering around doing this, it's easy for you to like do math sums because the answer isn't like definite, like you have to work it out. But are you used to like by hearting a whole book and then writing it in the exam? I don't think so, ma'am. And the boys section of our school, like girls and boys used to like study separately, because oh my god, because like if you look at a boy, you're gonna get pregnant. I haven't even touched that. Yeah, this one more thing I have to tell you, just had a flash memory, but boys didn't even know what humanities was. Like my friend told me, she was like, one of like my friends who was a boy, he was like, so what do you do in arts? Like, do you like paint all day? And just the amount of sexism that went on in the school, like the examination papers for boys would be evaluated more leniently. Like we had stricter criteria when it came to like getting our examination papers corrected. Like why? Like what did they do? Like why are you like letting them off the hook? Why are they allowed to slack if we're not allowed to slack? Also, boys were beaten, like they were physically hit, but we were never, like they were not allowed to touch us. And I was just like, why? Like if you want to hit boys, hit us too. Like what, like either you don't hit any of us or you hit both of us. Like there's only 1 or 2 times that I happened to pass by like a boys assembly, and the like whoever the hell he was catching the boy by his ear, and like he was about to slap him in front of the entire section. That's like 200 people that you're slapping that boy in front of. Why would you humiliate that boy like that? And why only boys? Why not girls? Don't physically assault anyone. And then can we just talk about how boys and girls were not allowed to like speak to each other. The girl section was on one side and then the boy section was on the other side. If we by chance were like with a teacher and we like looked by the other side of the ground, like that was the boys side of the ground, our teachers would be like, oh, why are you looking there? Are you looking for your boyfriend? Like, no, not everything is about boys, and it's not everything is about having a boyfriend. And I just feel like that restricts you so much. Like there's so many boys and so many girls who are not like able to talk to the opposite gender freely, which is so like not right. That's how our minds are conditioned. Like I'm so glad that my parents like let me have friends who are boys as opposed to girls and boys that had to sneak out and meet the opposite gender. I just feel like that's wrong. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, that's different. But if you're just like friends with someone who's the opposite gender, that shouldn't be a problem. And your parents shouldn't have a problem with that. Like out of this whole video, I will tell you that one thing that is a fact. You should not be stopped from talking to the opposite gender if it's just harmless friendship. There's just so many more aspects that I can talk about, but I think I'm gonna just end this here. I hope you liked my video. I don't know how to end this because I don't want to be like share this video with everyone, because I don't want like anyone to be like influenced by my opinion or anything. But if you did like this video and if like we're on the same you know, understanding level, give this video a thumbs up. Like give it a like if you like agree with my opinion. If that's your opinion as well, then give it a like. Comment below, tell me what experiences you had in high school. Tell me the good experiences you had in high school. Tell me the bad experience you had in high school. You get the point. And like share this video with a friend that thinks the same, or like share this video with people if you like these are your opinions and like I put it in words for you and then you want to like share it. I don't know, I'm just rambling. And please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. We are on 160 subscribers as of now, as of me recording this video. Like when I last checked,
160 subscribers is a lot of people. That is 160 people watching my videos, which is insane. I don't understand it. I will never be able to grasp, I will never be able to wrap my head around this. Like 160 is not a small number. Can you imagine 160 people in a room? That's a lot of people.
But anyways, I will see you next time. Bye.